real good.
Ain't nobody stopping me. Ain't nobody stopping me. Ain't nobody stopping me.
Hey guys, good evening. Chris over at Bikenjutsu in Fremont. Alright, so today at work, some things popped up in my head regarding training, so I wanted to just go ahead and get those out. Some of the stuff that was going through my mind, things that I'm about to do right now, it was I ended up using a broom at work while I was doing it during break time, off to the side in a different section of work. So I'm just going to do it on what I was doing. Okay, so I worked on some Biken and also looked at some Jojutsu. Okay, so two things. Sorry, my dog's like running around, so you might see her in the background. Okay, so this one, what I started with was I started in a Daijodan kamae. I was here, and what I want to do is look at moving an uke back to Daijodan. So if he's in Seiga no kamae, Geira no kamae, Chura no kamae, and I want to move him back into Daijodan. Okay, you see me do this with when I was doing Dato no Ken with my son. It's described in the Densho that the uke is in that waza. Excuse me, the uke is in Seigan and he moves back to Daijodan, but it never tells you why. So that's why in the video I did with my son, you see me in Geira no kamae here, but what I ended up doing is like flick up like this. And so he's in Seigan, his blade is right in front of me, and I actually go down underneath it and I flick up. I flip up the kisaki to hit him in his fingers. So when he was in Seigan, he was like this. I was going to attack his fingers. That's what makes him step back to Daijodan. Okay. So that's what was going through my mind. I was like, what other ways can we get someone to move back into Daijodan? Okay. By doing that, when they move into Daijodan, you can kind of tell what their next attack might be. So in a way, it's a form of control by doing this. So when I was doing this, and I was in Geira, and my son was in, like I said, Seigan, and I went like, I tilted my head. I went this way, so I wasn't going straight into that blade. I tilted my head and I went like that to hit his hands. That was a means of control, because that made him, he didn't want to get his hands hit, so he moved back into Daijodan. Okay, so this will be another way that I would do that. Okay, here again, I'm going to start in Geira no kamae, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to ski straight in at someone's belt line. Okay, all right, right here. Okay, you see this with Muso no Ken. Okay, the other waza in the video that I did earlier. It's the idea is in Daijodan, and you ski to their belt line. Okay, and this will make them want to step back and go to Daijodan. Okay, so if I go here and I ski towards the belt line, they step back to Daijodan. I simply step and come up and cut their left kote, okay, from the underneath. Okay, I'll step back a little bit more. So from here, there, step in and cut straight up. Okay, or a gyaku kesagiri. So you can come straight up with the blade. You can come with a gyaku kesagiri. Okay, so here, launch the blade forward at their waist. They jump back into Daijodan to get away from that. You step in and cut up. Okay, cut up to their wrist. Okay, from the inside. So it's cutting up their left wrist here. So their reaction would be, if they're in Seiga here, right, they would actually, step back here to avoid that. So they're here, it's coming at their hands. My blade tip is coming at their hands or at their stomach. As it comes in, they're stepping back to get away and stepping back to Daijodan. Okay? And as they're there, actually in Daijodan, you come up to cut the left kote. Okay? So once more, right? And Geira no kamae, ski, you step back. There's no wasted movement. None of this like blade moving all over here. None of that. It's no wasted movement. That's what you want. Okay. If you want to go for the kill, in this case, you simply have to change the direction of your blade again. So if I'm in Daijodan, his ski, I cut up. That knocks his left arm away. Either knocks it away or cuts it off. From there, I just step in again and I cut down the kesagiri. Okay? So that kesagiri will come for the left side and cut down by the neck. Okay? Once more, here. 1, 2, 3. And back. Okay? And all the movements are very direct. Very direct. Once more. 1, 2, 3. And right there. Okay? Another one we looked at was the same similar movement, but bigger. A larger movement. Okay? Yes, this might be, it's a swinging motion, but it gets the job done. So in this one, again, we're starting in Daijodan, but as we're here in Daijodan, we're going to move here to Chudan. And we're shifting. Almost like what we did earlier, where before we just went here. In this case, we're going thrusting in, which you make it one smooth movement. You make this almost like a lackadaisical strike. You might be going to hit his hands. Whoa. And that makes him move back to Daijodan. As you do that, you step and cut up. It's the same motion. Whoa. You almost want to have a light grip on your weapon as you do this. So if you're in Daijodan, whoa, whoa, and cut up. So 1, 2, 3. Okay? Again, this would be like you're going to hit him in his fingers. Whoa. Okay. Get on. Up. Back. Whoosh. And cutting up. Okay? So you're cutting up at his wrist as he steps back to Daijodan. Okay? So this motion here, when you're coming here, causes him to step back, and then you just continue with that motion. There. Okay? So that's the beacon that I was doing when I was at work today. Alright? I'll move on to Jojutsu in a second.